I'm Richie. I grew up in West Auckland pretty much. I went to a completely different intermediate to all my friends from primary school. That's when I started, I guess, in experimenting with like drinking and drugs. Drinking was quite a big thing for my friends and myself. There was always like a brotherhood about it, but it was, I guess, an unhealthy brotherhood. And dance was a real big thing for me because it was something, I felt that I could do and I could get better at and I could work on. The dance crew was actually, like gearing up to do competitions and enter the World Championships and that, but I guess I got scared and I just left, which had a big impact on me because when I left the crew, I also, became distant from my friends. I would still see them slowly, getting better and better, and then seeing them eventually at a point where I knew I could have been if I hadn't given up. I started using, alcohol to, I guess, get past my mistakes or my regrets. I just saw myself as a quitter and somebody that couldn't, commit or do anything. And I felt that, I felt like I was seeing my dreams in front of me, but I couldn't get to them. I couldn't reach them. I was getting bad grades and friendships were failing, and I was in a relationship and that was failing, and everything was just going downhill. I told myself that I was a failure and that I'd failed so many times, so I would fail everything in my life. I told myself that enough times that I just believed it. And yeah, I just came to the conclusion, I guess, that my life wasn't worth living, and I just wanted out. I just really started thinking suicidal, and I even went as far at one point to plan out my suicide, and those thoughts stuck with me for a while, and it seemed like ages. But I'd never actually given thought to the people around me and, how they would be affected and how I would actually affect other people by my actions. If it wasn't for, like my mum sticking by me and that phone call from a friend, I definitely wouldn't have come to the realization that, people actually cared and that maybe I am worth more. I think that was the moment where I knew that hope was real and that there was a tomorrow worth living for. Your life is your story, and you are the author of it. Like, you write your own story. And I'm just, thankful that, I got to a point where I realized that my story was my own and that my life was my own. And I'd been writing it, in a way that it was controlling me rather than I was controlling it. So my tomorrow is something that, I look forward to because I know that it's another chapter of the story that I'm writing, which is exciting. I wake up looking forward to the next day, and I really just think, like, my hope in myself also comes with my hope for tomorrow and what it brings. If it wasn't for tomorrows, I wouldn't be here today. So I think tomorrow is such an important thing to live towards and look towards, because that's where hope is, that's where the future is. And that's where you are.